So, you want to improve your room. Your room is probably not ideal, maybe even a little bit childish. There are many reasons why you should want to better it, from boosting your mood and productivity to maybe finally being able to bring that someone over. In this video, I will get you an amazing room in 7 simple steps. Step 1. Clean out clutter. Be honest, have you cleaned your room this week? Don't worry, I won't judge you. Cleaning constantly doesn't seem like the best way of spending our time, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. Messes and clutter don't just clutter our physical space, but it also drains from our mental capacity and clutters our minds. When you're laying in bed thinking of something you should do, the mess around you can drain that energy needed to complete the task ahead. Cleaning your room is a great task and a great habit, just like making your bed in the morning. So, get up and clean your room. It won't take long and it's the first and easiest task you must do. Step 2. Get rid of unnecessary items. While cleaning, you may have noticed some items you completely forgot about. While it may even hold some nostalgia, you need to realize that you don't need it. It's simply taking up valuable space in your room. So, get rid of it. If it's genuinely something you love, put it up in the attic. If you don't even remember owning it, either throw it out or give it away depending on its condition. The hardest part of this step is that it doesn't only apply to these random items which existence you didn't even remember a couple of minutes ago. It also includes items that may be visible but not in use. Then you should do this thought exercise. Would this item be in my dream room? If not, get rid of it. If yes, you may keep it. Step 3. Reorganize your current room. Reorganizing one's room can make a massive difference and give the feeling of a whole new space. To get that fresh start, you don't need to move out or finally do X. You can just do it now. Placement of objects shouldn't be arbitrary, but rather based on the best possible outcomes. Think of it as a game where you get more points for the best placement. Also, prioritize the placement of your key items, which may include your bed and table. I think feng shui is a fun way of doing it. I don't agree with 100% of its principles, but I do with most. If you haven't heard of feng shui, it's a Chinese practice all the way from ancient China. Its key idea is redirecting energy flows. While I don't believe in mystical energy sources, I think of them more as movements and noises, etc., i.e. distractions. I also agree with its emphasis on sightlines. Here is an example of a basic room. A room you may even have, and there are better and worse ways of placing these key objects. The placement of these objects also depends on what you're looking for. If you need a large area for yoga or whatever, leave it in the center of the room, as it's the most natural space for this kind of activity. If you prefer an office type of feeling, this might be more of your style. In feng shui, your bed is an extremely important object. It should have a solid wall behind it and your feet shouldn't be pointing directly towards the door. If you are single, choosing a single bed is the most natural option. A single bed should have one of its sides towards a wall. If you get a double bed, there should be space on both sides. These spaces could have night tables. Then, your desk, it should have good lighting and face towards the door, but not directly in front of it. For feng shui, this might be the most optional solution to our little puzzle. However, I don't believe that feng shui is the end-all be-all for interior design, and every room is different. So at the end of the day, you should choose what feels the best for you. At least for me, some of the most important tips were to give enough floor space, giving distance to the door to not have distractions affect you too badly, and ensuring the lighting is good. Step 4. Zones and places. This is something that is good for your mind. Making specific zones for specific purposes. When you do everything in one spot, most of the time your mind can't associate it with just one task, making the primary task harder to do. These zones could be a central floor space for stretching and working out, your table for doing homework, YouTube and playing video games, and your bed for sleeping. There is enough space to make them feel distinct, so you subconsciously know what you need to do. Even people like C.G.P. Gray have talked about this. Hopefully, I've given you some inspiration. You may now want something new. This goes to our next point. Step 5. Plan out what is needed. Now that you have got rid of unnecessary stuff, reorganized, and thought of what zones you may want in your room, now is the time to plan out. You may really want to buy something new instantly. You should do a few thought experiments first. Do I really want/need this? If no, don't get it. If yes, okay, let's move to the next one. Does it match my room/the other stuff in my room? If no, again, don't get it. Having items clash with each other will make your room less focused. If the item matches your room, sure, you can get it. Go ahead. Make sure you check for the best price and then happy shopping. But if you don't know what to get, let's move to step number 6, lighting. I singled this out for a very good reason. You need to have lights in your room, and there are 3 types minimum. Natural lighting. This comes from the window. Have your curtains open during the day and make sure you haven't totally blocked the window. Natural light gives improved sleep, energy, productivity, mood, helps with plants and gives you serotonin as well as vitamin D. These are amazing benefits you shouldn't skip on. But don't have light coming from your window all night. Buy some curtains for love's sake. Then, your ceiling lamp. Just get a good one, okay? It's not too deep. And lastly, a smaller lamp/light source. This is good in the evening since it will help you get tired. If you have your ceiling lamp on in the evening, it will be harder for you to fall asleep that night. A smaller lamp also gives you a much better mood, especially if you have someone over. And lastly, step number 7. Items everyone needs. There are some items everyone needs in their room, in my humble opinion. You should have a trash can where you can throw all the garbage, a mirror so you can check how you look before leaving your home, ample storage space, a clock so you don't need to check your phone all the time, and some plants to give the room some color, produce oxygen, and improve your mood. The added benefits of plants are that you'll learn to take care of them, and many women like them. This will make you look like you have your life together with these bad boys. So, there you had it. Hopefully this has helped. Please do your part and subscribe so I don't abandon this channel. And bye!